Hey guys, Lucille here from Canva Design Tribe. Thank you so much for joining us today on our very first live video for the Canva group, the very first of many to come. Today we are going to speak on, Amy will be talking on how to navigate position and layers like a pro in Canva, and I will speak on AI, the power of AI, and how it helps people or enables people to set up their own digital stores and make passive income from your art. Okay, so I will kick off my section, and then the second half of it would be Amy speaking about the layering options and how to navigate um, Canva like a pro. Okay, so if you don't know, my name is Lucille Cameron. I am the founder of Clip Artistry Heaven. I have an Etsy store that I created about a year ago with almost 750 sales going on. I have also created a space for sublimation designers or those who want to start up their own businesses, start up their own digital stores, and do it exactly what I do, which is to create digital products that they can sell to print on demand sellers or anyone who's got an interest in selling physical products from these digital designs. So if you are not and you would like to join, if you're not part of the group and you'd like to join, this is the group, Clip Artistry Ready-Made Designs, which is available to you, and Fast Start for Sublimation Entrepreneurs. So if you want to learn about digital products, how to design it, which tools to use, where to list it, where to sell it, and everything to do with that topic, then I would encourage you to join this group. And just feel free to reach out to me on any questions on the topic. So although I use 4 or 5 different AI image generators, I use I think 4 or 5. So it's Kittle is one, Dreamlab I use every day, Midjourney is another one, DALL-E is another one that I'm used, and obviously Ideogram for text and t-shirt designs is another software that I'm using. So I use various softwares depending on what it is that I want to create, whether it is like a t-shirt design, as I've mentioned, or uh, a Tumblr wrap, a journal cover page, junk journals, a phone cover, etc. So everything and anything to do with sublimation, I would lean on those 5 systems that I've just mentioned to help me design. Today we'll speak primarily on Dreamlab, and I'll just navigate some of the ways and the settings, etc., that I use to create images that I have shared in both the Canva group as well as my own group. So what I like to try and do, is just drop some of my images that I think would appeal to the group with an associated prompt that you can then try on your own. So let me show you my process. Before I do that, I'll just quickly show you my Etsy store. So this is where I'm at, Clip Artistry Heaven, and as the name suggests, I focused a lot on clip art designs. However, if you look at the menu on the left, there's all sorts of things. I've got Tumblr apps, I've got stock images. So over time, the shop evolved from primarily your clip art images over here to also mugs, wall art, blanket designs, junk journals, textured digital papers, some bookmarks, coloring pages, etc. So even though I started as primarily clip art designs, I have also ventured into, as you can see here, Tumblr apps and so on and so forth. So this is where we're at. If you ever need to buy some designs for your own business, you can feel free to visit us. That's what it looks like. And I basically help others to do the same. If you've watched any of my videos on YouTube or even in my live group videos, I explain that my background is it's got nothing to do with cleaning. I've never studied graphic design. I don't call myself a graphic designer. People study years to have to be able to call themselves graphic designers. So I don't have formal studies, pretty much a self-starter, checked with the eye, copied and tried to make it unique in my own way. I don't use Photoshop. I've got no interest in learning. Although I think I need to, I have not, everything that I'm showing you here, it's not Photoshop based. I don't like it all looks very complicated. And the only reason I'm not using it is the learning curve. I would have to now put time aside and really properly understand those systems, which is not impossible. It's just AI makes it so much easier for you to be able to bypass those, and you can still compete with other people that is, that's been in the business for a very, very long time. And that's one of the reasons why I really do love AI, for the ability it gives you to compete with others. Okay, so that's just in terms of my shop and this whole journey, how to list on Etsy, how to create a mock-up, how to whatever I speak about in my group. So to go back to Dreamlab, a lot of people don't know about Dreamlab. There's also a Canva AI over here that I've asked around, and a lot of people don't know about AI, Canva AI either. So let me just quickly navigate for you. If you're on your landing page, your main page, which is this one that you'll see in front of you, you look on the left, the side navigational bar on the left, you will click on Dreamlab. And once it opens the Dreamlab, it goes back to where we just were a minute ago. So this is Dreamlab. This is the past or historic images that I've created. If you are a pro member, you get 500 credits allocated to you monthly that you can use. And if you are not a pro user, I think you allotted, I think about 10 or 20 credits just to check out, but that's like lifelong. So it doesn't replenish every month or so. It's just like you try it, and then if you want it, you need to buy a subscription from Canva. Okay, so just to show you how I create what I've just showed you now in Etsy over here, some of them would be you now need to prompt. Basically, you now need to prompt or create a prompt that speaks to what you are wanting to achieve. So let's say you want to create like an Easter bunny, right? It's Easter now, everybody's making all sorts of Easter stuff. So let's say you want to create an Easter bunny. You would typically prompt design or imagine. So you can say in either one of those, imagine a cute white bunny holding a egg hunting basket with multiple, let's say, pastel colors. The bunny is very friendly. I like to put cute and adorable, just works. Cute and adorable with a Easter feel. The design must be on a transparent background without disturbances. Um, Hearts or vibrant colors. So this is like a typical prompt, and in my experience, this is where I think a big problem a lot of new designers are facing. The prompt engineering, just to put this together, is something that a lot of people are struggling with. And why do I say that? Because I was a starter. I was new once upon a time. ChatGPT came out in November, end of November 2022. Since ChatGPT came along, a lot of different systems then was published or released since then. So we only had 2023 to play around with these tools. 2024 is when I opened my store after a year of testing. 2024, I opened the store and I could start selling it commercially. So we don't have a lot of time in terms of the experience. I find that a lot of people at this stage where they love what they're seeing, they love the designs, they do want to use AI. They've got no idea what prompt engineering is, how to do it, etc. So at the bottom, you've got three other options here. You can either add an image to serve as a reference. If you click on this section, it is basically an art style. For clip art, it would be illustration for me that I use predominantly. And then for clip art, the ratio would be 1:1. Okay, that's the sizes that I sell them to on Etsy. So once you've done your settings, selections, you then click create, and it will generate the image for you. So while we wait for that, we'll go to the next one. A chocolate cake on a white background with colorful decorations and toppings, watercolor art style, no disturbances, clip art design. Okay, so you will just stuff the prompt with whatever comes to mind. We'll do another one, maybe, let's say, um, adorable pink and black coquette bow on a white background without disturbances. And you can also see the time that it takes to do this, to like just to think prompts out of your head without disturbances. Without disturbances on the background. Clip art design. And then watercolor art style. Okay. So that is typically how a new starter would do this. There was a feature where you could scroll left and right on Dreamlab, but I think there's an update, a recent update that was made, and I don't see that anymore. So now you have to go out, go back in. But it's got a lot of it right. It's got the white bunny, friendly face, basket of eggs with pastel colored eggs. Here's another one. This is a cute one. Bold colors, friendly face, white bunny. So it's got the gist of it, and at least it's designing on point, right? So there's another way of doing this. Let's look at the cakes also. Uh, watercolor, colorful decoration. So it's got all of that right. This is what I try and avoid, these little splashes. But it doesn't always get it right. This is also a nice one, no disturbances. This you can easily open, edit, and remove that background. Also lovely. Cake with colors on top. And this one is also not bad. You can clean up the crumbs over here. So fairly straightforward, fairly, nothing too technical. A coquette bow, let's look. Black and white coquette bow. All of this you can remove. If you're happy with that, you can remove it and bundle it up. And while this is all fine, you need to compete. So if you're just creating for fun and for personal use, then obviously it's not a problem. When you want to make money or when you want to sell it or set it up as a business, it becomes more complicated than what I've just shown you now. Of course, you can use it for fun, and some people do, and there's nothing wrong with it. But if you want to compete and sell daily on Etsy, you really need to think of ways that will help you stand out. So I've created AI Prompt Heaven. It's a monthly membership, and it's a vault basically with all sorts of prompts that I have used. And you will see many of these. Let me show you. Many of these are actually in my Etsy store. So let me show you this one. I'll take you there. So it's not prompts that I'm just putting out there. It's prompts that I actually used myself and are selling on Etsy. So someone already bought this. I did these images last week and I posted it in the Canva group, my own group and another group. And I think in our Canva group, someone bought this like a day after it was published. So these are not prompts that I just willy-nilly put together. I'm actually doing it myself and I'm using those prompts, selling it, and I can confirm that I've actually gotten a sale from this Animals with Attitudes. So that's the one thing. The second thing, in terms of you being new, you don't really necessarily know how to prompt. AI Prompt Heaven gives you an overview of, let's say, what animals are. So I call these main modules submodules. If you go to the submodule animals, you'll see all things animals. If you scroll down to the library itself, you will see you'll see the clip art on the right with the associated prompt on the left. So you will copy that and paste it into your software of choice. I tell you what the title is that I would use for this on Etsy when I created the product, the software that I've used, and then the art style that I've used. So I give you all of that information, and instead of you having to think out of the box like I just did now with the 3 other prompts, you would then save yourself a lot of time. Copy, let me show you, copy it, paste it into the software of choice. So we'll go to Dreamlab for this one, and then I'll also just do, if you are using Kittle predominantly, I'll just use Kittle as a optional option, and then we'll choose watercolor and we'll generate it. So instead of you having to think about this yourself, you can copy the prompt, paste it into Dreamlab, and you'll get almost the exact output. So that's the one we just did now with the copy, and this is my one. We can go to the next one, copy the prompt and paste it into Dreamlab, create, go to Kittle. Look how cute that one is. Look how adorable that one is. And then you generate. We can go to another section. Let's say food and drinks. Let's say you want to make a bundle of food and drinks. Again, you would go see the preview. So I tell you what. So these often change. So as I update, before this update, there was a whole preview of 12 different images, right? And as I update the library, I will update this section. So just keep that in mind. It doesn't mean the library only has these, because if you scroll all the way down at the bottom, you will see ones that's not on the preview, but I only list the most recent ones, okay? So let's just grab a prompt quickly. Let's grab a donut. So a soft watercolor style strawberry donut with fluffy golden edges and a glossy pink glaze. You'll see the tech details as extra information if you want to add this to your building process. I tell you what is the DPI that I use it for. Color palette, I go into the colors, so golden tones if you want to swap these colors out for a blue donut instead of a pink one. What is the main focus elements? Fluffy golden donut with a slightly irregular hand-drawn edge, glossy pink glaze. The composition, scented donut with soft shading and light brush strokes for a cozy nursery friendly aesthetic. Like more information, you can use it for nursery decor, you can use it for perfect for stickers, food stickers, you can use it for scrapbooking, bakery branding, who knows. So someone will spot it on Etsy and they will buy it for all sorts of reasons. Maybe someone wants to make a menu for their new business, they will grab your bundle and use all your elements to create a menu, food menu, bakery menu. So this is the second output of the copy and paste, and you can see the difference between these ones which I've tested, which I've tried, and the ones that I did earlier. Nothing wrong as a newbie or a beginner, nothing wrong if you want to just prompt out of your head, so to speak. But I think these are, and especially the feedback that I've gotten in the group, people love this. So I have spent time on thinking what to create. I've spent time on not just what to create, I've also spent time on adding the tags for you. So I use Insight Factory as one of my tools to see what is trending and what is selling at the moment. So I use my license and I use my time to see what is trending at the moment, and then I will copy the keywords that are used and I add it to the prompt for you over here. You can then use these tags and use it on Etsy because I've already done that research for you. Okay, so that's the donut. It's almost exactly the same, but again, you can swap out the colors. Let's swap out the colors. Strawberry, um, let's say bubblegum, blue, let's say blueberry. Donut with fluffy golden edges. We just take out everywhere we see strawberry, we say blueberry. Blueberry. There's no strawberry here. Let's create. So that's also the flexibility, is that you can copy the prompt and do or make adjustments before you create. So we'll go to Kito. That's the second one. He looks so cute. And the realism is amazing. Okay, so you can go back and then we paste the third prompt, which I will generate. Instead of it being pink, you now have a blueberry themed donut. So that is the long and short that I needed to speak about today. Membership is available at $9 a month. You can cancel anytime. It is designed for new people, new designers who want to start their journey selling digital products, just to help them with the prompting. And then I'm also available in my Facebook group, as well as a private paid members chat room where anything you need help with, mock-ups, how to list, any video requests that you have, you are welcome to just chat to me in that space as a paid member. So if there's any questions, please feel free to drop it in the comment section to this video. And yeah, just thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. And before I end off, I'll just show you the last prompt. Cute but cursed. That is the sticker prompt that I copied, and that's the output. Let's go to, I don't think we did it yet. Let's just paste it here. And that's the last one before we move on. Here we go. So you can make a whole, you can use the first or the base prompt and then just change black cat to brown dog or green frog or whatever. Change your text and you'll have a whole bundle of a consistent looking set of clip art that you can easily put into a mock-up, Etsy mock-up, and then finally list it on Etsy and see the sales start coming in. So I hope you enjoyed this section, and I hope if there's questions, please ask, and Amy will now take over where she shows us how to navigate layers like a pro in Canva. Thank you.